My name is Sarah. I am currently over 15 years sober from alcohol. I initially started drinking at about age 15. I really feel like in some ways my story is just so typical in that, alcohol helped me fit in, helped me feel confident, gave me kind of a way to stand out a little bit. There is a very odd dichotomy or catch-22, if you will, especially that I found with women and drinking, that I got a lot of kudos from being able to drink as much or more than the guys, and so that was cool. I went to college, drank more, but still did fine. Finished college in 4 years, worked the whole way through. It really wasn't anything where someone would look at me at that time and say, wow, she's really on a path of doom. Went to Germany, and that was in 1990. And I was married, and we moved over there to work in a software company. My husband at the time worked long hours and traveled a lot, and I was pretty isolated and didn't know very many people, and I was still learning the language. And I would have to say that that's when I started drinking by myself at home, drinking more. You can go across the street to the gas station and get a bottle of champagne, and so I was like, how could this be bad? I'm drinking champagne. This isn't bad for me. I would definitely say that that's when drinking wasn't social anymore. So I started blacking out, which is a scary thing. I had a car accident, single car accident. I was on the ice and crashed into a mountain and didn't get in trouble for it, but my car was totaled and I had a little scar. Got a little scar right here that's pretty much gone, but it's a nice reminder. After lots of increased drinking and family starting to get concerned and fights at home about it, my family decided that they were going to do an intervention, and my brother and sister-in-law had been in contact and learned about Dr. Lando's Arise method. They were very adamant about they were not going to do something where they were going to ambush me and surprise me, for which I am ultimately grateful. Had it not been for my brother, because as I talked about in the past, as much as I want to be sure that people are aware of how much I love my parents, at that point I couldn't hear them. They didn't sit there and tell me what a bad person I was, and they didn't try to bully me, and they listened to what I had to say, even though it was angry and hurtful, I'm sure. That consistent theme of getting healthy for myself and being healthier in my family, and my family being healthier for me, has remained strong. So my family came together, and remarkably like a lot of the families who, after being in recovery for a long time, relatively long time, I'm almost to the point where I've been sober longer than I drank, which is quite amazing. Talk about another half of your life. I now get to work with families and help them get sober and help them change their lives. But remarkably, like a lot of those families, we had stuff in our family that needed worked on and needed talked about. And the two people who drove me to treatment were my mother and my stepmother. They're who drove me to treatment, and they did not have a good relationship. So to really understand the healing that can happen when you decide to come together out of love for someone instead of out of your own resentments is something that I have been grateful for ever since.